So as I told now, there are six different important components were available, especially as an electrical vehicle, whether it's an electrical vehicle or as a hybrid electrical vehicle. We have to be concentrate on these six important components. Okay. These are all the six important components. I am coming from the downside to upside. Okay, so that means in an anti-clockwise direction. The very important component is a integrated motor generator. Integrated motor generator. That is, if I am using whether AC or DC motor, irrespective of that, there is a three different parameters. Parameters are important. That is whether high RPM torque is possible by that motor, whether there is a regeneration during the braking. Braking in the sense we are going to maybe a deceleration or maybe sudden stopping of the vehicle. But during that time, whether regeneration is possible or not. Okay, and wide band of continuous power. So, say for example, whether I can able to engage the motor, okay, for the up to the certain percentage of the propulsion power required from the standstill to continuous running. Say initially we have discussed that. So whenever I'm pairing, I'm having a series parallel combination of uh, IC engine as well as motor power means up to some 40 percentage of thing I can able to continuously whether I can able to provide the propulsion power using a motor alone. That we have to see. And after that also when so when the ideal stopping is coming, ideal stopping is coming when the braking is coming. So from the braking up, so from the braking, whether I can able to use a motor alone for producing starting power. So this is the very important three parameters. So I have to very much concentrate. That is high RPM and torque. RPM is nothing but revolution per minute. That is usually we will call it as a speed, rotational speed, rotational speed of a motor with a high torque. And regeneration during braking. Regeneration during braking means so earlier it will be acting as a motor. Suddenly, if I am taking my leg from the acceleration, means automatically so the supply to the motor should be cut. Power supply to the motor should cut. So, but still due to the moment of inertia, it will be rotating only. So that rotational power, since it's rotating, this should act as a generator. So from motor to generator operation. So automatically through the same wire it is supplying. So since I am cutting the supply through that wire, it has to feed back the power to the source. So now where it is source, battery is the source. So it has to reach the power. So the motor has to supply back the power to the source with a proper converter arrangement. If it is a AC motor or even if it's a DC motor, in between there is a one small power converter will be there. So through that it will be back to the source because battery voltage and charging current will be different, but the motor operating current and charging current will be different. So a proper power modulator modulating, we have to change the power which has to be fed back to the source because battery will be accepting only DC power, okay, with a certain amount of charging current only. So these three important characteristics are much. So a very important first component. Okay, I am coming in the anti-clockwise direction. So from downward to upward direction. Okay. So integrated motor generator is the very important first component. Okay. Second important component is in any electric vehicle and hybrid electrical vehicle means the robust wire harness, because this is only facilitating the reliability of the vehicle. Reliability of the vehicle. If there is any problem in the robust and wire harness, it will lead to a lot of problems. Maybe for a testing level, for analyzing, for experimental purpose, we can have motor controller like that. We can have battery pack. So these three, okay, I can able to say important components. Okay, so in motor generator, next to the drive controller, next to the battery pack. Okay, so this is the basically important component. But in actual practice, the very important to the motor generator next to it is a robust wire harness. That means it should be protected against high temperature and environment. So whatever maybe the wirings and etc. Okay, I'm using, it is not going to be in a same temperature, okay, or in the same environment. Whenever the vehicle is moving to a different places, automatically the temperature associated with that is going to be decided by the environment it is using. In addition to that, vehicle operating temperature also may be contributing to the increasing in the temperature of the vehicle. So whatever the wiring arrangement I have to use in such a way that it should be highly protected, okay, protected against this type of high temperature. So obviously whenever a temperature of any wiring is increased, there is a possibility of insulation failure. Say for example, if I'm using a wire, okay, this is a wire I'm using, so above that only I'm using insulation. So inside that, whether copper wire is there, means above that I'm using insulation. This insulation level thickness, that only giving a prevention of the leakage of current. Otherwise, it may be having exposure, having contact with the outside. So automatically that lead to a dead short circuit and etc. So what happened to this temperature is, or what happened to the environment is, this will be always contributing against the property of insulation. That means insulation may fail here. Okay, if it is oily environment, dusty environment, and etc., it means, so it may be lead to a failure of the particular thing. So if once this failure, whatever may be the very highest, costliest component, okay, battery pack and generator motor, everything will be coming to a very failure. So very importantly, in electrical vehicle, hybrid electrical vehicle, it is not like a internal combustion engine. Suppose some oil leakage or some brake shoes, any component in mechanical, even though it is having 22,000 and more, okay, especially more components operating, okay. So whereas here only 20 only operating, okay, around 20 components or 20 parts only is operating in motor, okay. But if you are properly not designing these things, properly not come across these things, it will lead to a fatal end of any vehicle. Of course, very third important is drive control. Drive controller. As I already told, so motor alone is not used in a electric vehicle and hybrid electric vehicle applications. In along with the proper converters, that is we have to choose. So AC to DC, DC to DC converter. So say for example, I am having a fixed DC voltage. Here AC to DC you can able to understand. So I'm having a AC supply. Okay, AC supply. Say for example, I'm going for a plug-in hybrid electrical vehicle concept. So in our house, what is the supply is available? AC supply available. But I have to charge a battery which is need a DC supply. So if there is a proper converter is there, means I can able to do it. Now the battery is fully having a DC. But whenever the motor is operating, it may be a induction motor. In that case, once again, I have to convert DC to AC. Suppose if it is a DC motor also, whatever may be the battery pack voltage, okay, EMS, we call it as energy management system, completely battery pack, it may be around 400 voltage means, my motor maybe need a voltage which need 230. Okay, so DC to DC, from 400 voltage to, I have to convert the voltage or I have to change the voltage to 230 voltage. So that also like a transformer we cannot do. We all know, suppose if you know electricity fundamentals, I will show some videos about electricity fundamentals because we have to keep it in mind. Not only mechanical students, they already studied something about electricity. Other department students also is there, especially food processing technology and all. They may not, so far may not have some any idea what is the AC, DC motor, how it's working. So I'm having some uh, extraordinary video which will explain, okay, very simplest form. So here only thing is I have to change the voltage, so which is not possible. Like AC I can able to convert from one voltage to another voltage simply using a transformer, because DC there won't be any transformer concept cannot be implemented. So I need a converter. Second important thing is active balancing with the battery management system. So this drive control, that's what I told. Whenever a braking is occur, so that braking power have to given to a proper drive controller. That drive controller selecting a suitable converter. By that, the battery will be getting charged. So there is a very active balancing with the BMS. That is nothing but battery management system. So now, in addition to that, a different state of charge monitor, 48 volt, 12 volt. What is the battery pack voltage, okay, or each battery unit instead of a pack, a different voltage will be there. So it has to keep on monitoring uh, the charging level of these batteries. We usually call it as SOCs, state of charging. State of charging is similar to that. It's nothing but fuel tank capacity. Whether fuel is full, off tank is off, only filled, quarter only filled, or almost filled. Like that, we are saying, no, the same way we are measuring here the fuel tank is our battery pack. So we are measuring the fuel tank by using a state of charge only. What is the percentage? That has to be keep on monitoring. So always whenever we are having a display unit, okay, so near to the steering, we can able to see what is a fuel tank. Okay, that is given by a on floating sensor will be there inside the fuel tank. So according to the position of the floating sensor, that will convert how much it's filled in tank. Okay. So we can after consumption the fuel tank position the same way here in battery we cannot see. It is not physically measured. Okay. There won't be any electrolyte will be decreasing. What is electrolyte we are using is decreasing or increasing because earlier only liquid electrolyte, now we are having a semi-solid, solid electrolyte also. There won't be any visible differences can happen in a battery based on the charging. There won't be any physical measurement is possible. So we have to keep on monitoring the voltage, okay, so of charging level. So that should be displayed, converted in terms of a understandable manner for a drive. Okay, discharge, battery is this much charge, 96% charge. Now, after certain kilometer running, it has to reduce to this much percentage. So that should be in order to display that we need a drive control. And whenever we are going for any assist and regenerating switching. So say for example, when the concept of assist will come, it will be coming only at the time of initial starting from standstill to operation. Likewise, whenever there is any ideal stopping means we are going for any braking because of signal and all. So from that position, if you want to if you, if you want to move the vehicle, so there you need a very high torque to move. In here, I need not to depend on the internal combustion engine. Suppose in case of hybrid cultivator. Of course, in case of a electrical vehicle, I have to keep on depend on for high torquing also motor also. For starting and running, I have to depend on motor. There is no any second question about that. But here, whenever hybrid electrical vehicle concept is there, so it can assist. Okay, it can assist. Okay, likewise regenerating. So whenever you are applying a braking, okay, decelerate, we want to decelerate. So I can able to use the power to be wasted as a useful power. We can able to convert it and we can able to fed back it to source. We can give it to source. That means charging. So here this controller only has to decide whether it is assisting or regenerating switching properly sensed. Okay. And of course, in case of a pure electrical vehicle, okay, gearbox we need. It is only maybe without gear also we can go ahead with the only thing is a two speed. Okay, single and two speed alone is possible. Of course, for a reverse operation also we can able to use forward and reverse. Okay, so because mainly we are going for a gear arrangement. We already see that gear arrangement. Why we have to go for a gear arrangement? Same power requirement. I want to divide the power component as a two different component. One is speed and torque. Speed and torque. Suppose if I want to have more speed, definitely torque has to be reduced. Okay. Or a initial position of the initial standstill of the vehicle, I need more torque in order to overcome the moment of inertia of the vehicle. I need very high torque. Okay, that time speed can be very, very less only. But as far as the electrical motor is concerned, it exhibits. We have to be very clearly understand that it exhibits very different speed torque characteristics. We can able to see that. We can able to remember. Okay, it can be very much high. Okay, torque can be maintained after certain torque, after certain level. So suppose if I am assuming this is the speed, this is a speed, this is a torque. Okay, so this can be base speed. This point where we are seeing, no, this can be base speed of the motor. Okay, so same torque. Here what will happen? Speed will be keep on increasing, after certain time beyond the base speed also. If you want to operate the motor, then torque will be coming. So here it is power. Here it is power. Whenever I can able to operate the motor, standstill also high torque, whatever may be the speed below the base speed. Okay, everywhere I can able to operate the machine with a very constant torque, fixed torque. It is absolutely possible in electrical motor. After base speed only, okay, I have to sacrifice torque. If I will keep on increasing the speed, torque will be reduced. Okay, so by that power will be maintained constant. Power after certain full rated speed is there, I cannot go consuming more power because all the windings, okay, insulation is everything's meant for withstanding some specified voltage and current only. If you are trying to increase the voltage, that may be facilitate increasing in current, automatically insulation will fail. Okay, so insulation may fail here. So likewise, speed also we can go for certain up to a certain speed only. Suppose 1500 motor RPM means I can go for some 2000 RPM. Okay, so if I am providing a proper mechanical bearing arrangement, okay, and strongly it is very robust in nature, means there won't be any vibration. But what we have to see is very importantly these characteristics. I can able to, this is the speed, this is the speed from 0 to whatever may be the speed it reaching, that is base speed. Until that I can able to maintain a torque constant. Okay, so automatically we need not to have any gearbox. We need not to have any gearbox. Okay, Tesla model. Okay, if you see that it is coupled, because when we need a gearbox, if there is a need of high torque, suppose a vehicle is moving in a uphill movement. If a vehicle is moving in uphill movement, there is a need of high torque. Okay, by that time, how we are compromising? By reducing the speed. By reducing the speed, I can able to produce. But here, the whatever the motor torque, I can able to produce. Okay, so I can able to give. So with the acceleration, with some certain speed also. So there is a we can eliminate. But of course, in a hybrid electrical vehicle concept, we are only providing certain percentage of the power from motor only. Remaining, once again, we have to take it from the IC engine. Okay. So in the powertrain, okay, through the clutch arrangement only, we are transmitting the power. In a powertrain, okay, before the powertrain, definitely we need to have a clutch arrangement in a hybrid electrical vehicle. But in a pure electrical vehicle, this can be eliminated. Maybe having a single and a double speed, okay, and forward and reverse. Of course, beyond that, there is no any need of gear. Already we have discussed earlier what is a battery pack. Okay, so lithium ion. Okay, so ultra capacitors. U caps means ultra capacitors or lead acid, whatever the battery we are using. So we already having some fundamental, starting from a mono cell, to how a battery pack is constructed. Beyond this 5 unit, there is a very important sixth unit is real-time monitoring. Real-time monitoring. So this only is helping, okay, a lot. Okay, so especially if I want to know status, status of battery pack, so automatically here this controller alone having the information may not be helpful, because very importantly that information should be always available in a live monitor, that is real time monitor to a driver also. What is the present charging position? Okay, and likewise, what is the present speed at which its vehicle is moving? Okay, so that is very important thing. Driver and fleet aid. It has to completely give driver and fleet aid. So what is the speed? What is the state of charging of battery? And yeah, of course, definitely at the time of braking. Okay, so if there is how much energy is fed back, so everything is possible. In addition to that, so we are using some other electronic, okay, appliances also. We are using music players, okay, USB SD card, okay, and of course it has to be connected to the GPS and GPRS. Okay, so automatically through the internet we are able to get. Okay, we have to connect some of the mobile apps. So using a mobile app also, I had. So say for example, now I am keeping this always real time monitor on. Whenever in the vehicle is ideal stop. Okay, all the system will be in the rest without any possibility. This has to keep on monitoring. So what is the previously, suppose before I'm going to take my vehicle, I should know what is the present position of the charge, whether battery is charged. We cannot able to always remember, no, what will happen. This drive controller will be through GPS or GPRS. It will reach our mobile app. What is the last recorded SOC on which date? So that will be always. Suppose before I'm going to vehicle, I can uh, able to know what is my present charging, whether with this charging, so I can able to interpret that particular data of charging, that how much kilometer it can travel further. So a lot of apps and all developed. So the sixth component is completely an ICT, that is we are using a model digital technology to know the status and healthy of the system. Okay, presently lively we can able to monitor. Okay, after the during the ideal state of the vehicle also we can able to analyze. So this is the six components. Of course, five components are enough. Three components, basically three components are enough. Integrated motor generator, second one is drive control, third one is the battery pack. In addition to that, robust wire harness and EV gearboxes are the next fourth and fifth component. And of course, last component is for the completely for the digital realization of the system, whether it's healthy, whether the charging are full, how much time over, okay, lifetime over, when I have to replace. So it will be completely monitoring at what speed it can operate. So it will be completely given. A driver can, a modern, especially a Tesla electrical vehicle, a driver can completely, whenever before he start, with the existing battery pack, with the existing state of charge, Okay, how much kilometer with how much speed it can go. He can able to optimize. He can able to optimize. So suppose if he goes this much kilometer per hour, so with the existing charging, he can go up to this. Everything is in the prediction form. Okay, it can be giving a calculation. So that is not possible. That we cannot able to rely on. Okay, we cannot implement. Of course, already implemented. Lot of driver and fleet aid is available in existing conventional internal combustion engine vehicle, but it can be very much fine tuned, or we can very much extend it further. Okay, with a lot of another other features in case of electrical vehicle. This is how it is working well. So major, okay, okay, three important key component is motor generator. So in case of a electrical vehicle, it replaces any questions I want to know. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Any others? Any questions? No. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed further? Okay. So this is the we already discussed. Okay, motor generator. It replaces the existing alternator in the vehicle. So if, say for example, here I have to identify a machine. Okay. So during the normal operation of the machine, it has to produce the required propulsion power as a motor. So during the braking operation or during the ideal stopping operation or when we are going for decelerating, braking and decelerating, so there will be another different operation that is expected from this motor is acting as a generator. So when we are using it as a hybrid electrical vehicle, it has to assist the engine. Okay, or otherwise it has to, when in case of a electrical vehicle concept, it only has to completely produce the required propulsion power. Okay, so yes, that's what mentioned. Charges the battery during a braking via regenerative. So regenerative braking operation is nothing but this motor is acting as a generator during the braking. After that, immediately once again, when we start giving the supply, I'm pressing the accelerator, the regenerating operation has to come to end. Now once again it will be acting as a motor. So very often, so we already know driving pattern of any urban area driving pattern is there, vehicle driving pattern. So so many signals will be there, and so many highways also will be there, bypass will be there. Okay, and city ride, suddenly we have to come to some traffic area also will be there. Okay, so automatically that urban area, in the urban area, okay, very often there is a switching of the operation of motor from power propulsion unit to regenerator, regenerative motor and motor to regeneration is happening. And second important one is controller, the brain of the system, especially this is the very important. So because it is only monitoring and ensuring that everything is working well. Okay. Say for example, I have implemented the concept, but regeneration is not occurs means. So through some means, the driver should be alerted that whenever a braking is there, okay, automatically regeneration is not occurring. So automatically, when it will happen, whenever it is monitoring and whenever it is calculating, also how much power is fed back to SAS. Okay, from a ride of around 45 kilometers, how much time, how many times this occurs, and how much power is returned back to source. So very precisely, it has to be controlled and monitored. Okay, and of course, whenever a battery is full charge, it has to give alarm. Whenever it is about to discharge completely. So usually we know that, okay, so some 30 percentage of charging, 30 percentage of charging. Whenever vehicle is depletion, it is a completely hybrid electrical vehicle. Some completely plug-in hybrid electrical vehicle means. So it has to give the certain monitoring of state of charge also. State of charge, of course, depth of discharge, SOC and DOD. These are all the two important parameters in a battery. So depth of discharge is in each cycle how much energy is discharged from battery. SOC is nothing but what is the status of the battery now, how much it is charged. Okay, so definitely if a depth of discharge is increasing, state of charge will be drastically coming down. That we have to keep it in mind. So especially in the controller, the third important point is third important manages battery charging and discharging. Very important aspect. So SOC. So the very first point is SOC and DOD. DOD. It is nothing but depth of discharge. This state of charging is similar to that of a fuel tank level. How much fuel is available? We can able to keep on monitor in our normal vehicle. No, the same way we can able to state of discharge describes the nature. So it is analogous. It is analogous to the fuel tank capacity. How much is now, whether full off like that in terms of percentage. Depth of discharge is additionally when each cycle of operation of the vehicle, how much energy is discharged. Actually, this we won't monitor lively, but the controller has to monitor lively always. Then only it can able to identify how much there is a decreasing in that each time depth of discharge. So depth of discharge when it will happen in a normal running, okay, it will be always depletion of the battery will be always in a steady manner only. Steady manner only. Suddenly, I have to suppose a vehicle is in a uphill movement. Okay, I have to rise. I have to keep it accelerate more. Then only motor will be giving more voltages. Then automatically speed will be increases. Torque will be increases. So there is a from one steady state to another steady state. Okay, whether it is upward or downward. Of course, during the downward, it will be charging. It will be charging. So I am putting as a negative. So whenever it is upward movement, a huge amount of energy will be taken from battery. After that, after reaching a steady state, it will keep on going to continue. This change, okay, this change has to be continuously monitoring, and it has to always monitoring the state of charge of the battery. So these three important points, okay, will be controlled by the controller. Of course, the battery pack, okay, a proper energy management system. So that is incorporated in a controller that will help, okay, keep the battery back very good manner. So especially whenever a braking ideal operation, it has to always receive energy. So automatically, as a result of that, how much is the depletion, how much is the charging, I can able to get how much is the saving energy. So because of the depth of the discharge, charge is depleting. Okay, it is coming down. So whenever I am during a braking operation, certain amount of portion of power will be fed back to source. Okay, so as a result of that, net amount of saving in energy, okay, that has to be from a battery back, that has to be given to controller. We can able to monitor lively. Okay, and in addition to that, it has to ensure during the normal operation of any vehicle, it has to keep on delivering the energy to motor through a proper power modulator. So a battery pack cannot be directly connected to motor because the voltage rating of battery pack maybe differs with the specification of the motor. Okay, specification of the motor. Automatically, in between that, there is a need of power modulator, PM. Okay. So whenever it is acting as a motor, whenever it is acting as a motor, this is whenever acting as a generator. Assume that anyone can be only occur at any instant. So assume that motoring operation is there, it need energy, my motor need energy. So this will be given to a power modulator. That power modulator will decide what is the rating of the particular voltage specification of motor. At that voltage, it will be giving power. Okay, it will be converting the voltage to that level and it's giving. Whenever any braking operation, automatically energy from battery pack will be stopped Instead, the motor will be acting as a generator through the same power modulator. What is the requirement of what is the specification of battery? Say, for example, this much voltage and this much charging current. So based on that, my switching sequence of the components in the power modulator will vary and it will give the power back. So reversible power flow also is possible. So my battery pack will ensure that this is what happening. Okay, so that is, and of course we are using, in addition to that, ultra capacitors are used. Okay, ultra capacitors are used. Lithium and lead acid batteries are used. Now almost it is advised, even though now small electric bikes, okay, bikes, e-rickshaws, okay, these and all using lead acid. But of course, we know that lead acid battery is having very, very low energy density. So that means very, very low watt-hour per kilogram of lead acid battery. So now, except in it is nowhere it is advised, if you are, if because in other aspect, controller, generator, and etc. We are identifying, we are sizing, and etc. But if you are still using a lead acid, means so a lot of other batteries. So in place of lead acid batteries, we can able to use lithium, nickel metal hydride, nickel metal hydride batteries, or we can use even advanced lithium sulfur batteries. These are all having a very, very high energy density. So because of that, automatically what will happen? The entire system efficiency can be also improved. This is how we can be able to see. See, first we'll see the motor controller. Then we'll go to the different motor. Motor controller is what is doing is, in any motor, if any motor is there, okay, here it is in a control unit. Okay, control and monitor unit. This will monitor whatever may be the current that is going to the motor. Mainly it will monitor current. If there is any overloading of motor, by analyzing overloading. Say for example, this may be current may be the main propulsion unit, motor is there. In other means, by using AC or any other entertainment electronics, entertainment systems. Okay, so whether anything is there, so because of that it is overloaded. And also it is controlling the throttle. Throttle is nothing but how much it is controlling the power flow, how much the power is going, how much is the inverter voltage. Because we know that, suppose if it is an AC motor, through the inverter only, DC, the battery cannot be give the required form of power to the AC motor, because battery is in a DC supply, AC motor need AC supply. So that has to be converted from DC to AC. So what is the inverter operation status now? Okay, whether need or not, what is the position? That inverter voltage has to be monitored. And apart from that, this is the overall current. And apart from that, what is the current taken by motor and what is the current voltage taken by a motor? So because these information, okay, interpretation of these data only, we can able to convert to a useful form. That is for a driver and fleet. Okay, so especially for a driver, what are the information, how to control the fleet flow of any vehicle can be controlled based on the interpretation of these data only. So these data has to be always monitored. So this throttle valve, okay, how much power is dissipated? This is based on the DOD and SOC. Okay, DOD and SOC of any battery pack. Depth of discharge and state of charge. Okay, and of course this will decide how much is the power is taken. So if I know these things, and if I know these things, if there is any mismatching between the thing, okay, mismatching maybe due to the other appliances, okay, other AC or entertainment, that is means we are having a music player and other things we are having. So in addition to that, remaining will be going like this. Okay, so this will decides whenever a high energy needed, if this also keep on running, automatically there will be a overload warning should be coming. Okay, that will be decided by this comparison of the power requirement of propulsion unit other loads, okay, whether need to be indicated overloaded. And in addition to that, overall current monitoring, because overall current, this will be deciding the depth of discharge, because at a discharge battery discharging voltage is fixed, only current can be varying. So based on this also we can able to inform. So this inverter voltage, monitoring of inverter voltage will help to, it will be keep on changing. Okay. Say for example, in a normal plain running, we will always give, okay, some normalized voltage. When it has to clip, when it has to move in uphill direction, we have to give additional voltage. When there is any braking, okay, or any deceleration, means this has to be cut. This has to be cut. Then immediately this motor will be acting as a generator. So this current and voltage, okay, voltage will be same, but where current will be in the negative direction. As a result of that, power will be having negative sign. It indicates that the power is fed back to source. Automatically what will happen? Here now improvement in the state of charge, because earlier in the depletion mode, now it is charging mode for certain seconds until the break. So this has to be completely monitored. So this is what a controller. Of course, we know that if you have a battery pack, we need to convert them to a required voltage. So these are all the diode-based converter arrangement we are having, and of course we are using capacitors for smoothening. Okay, smoothening of the particular DC to exact DC. So here, in order to monitor the motor current, okay, we have used certain meter concept. Okay, digital. This has to be converted to digital. So because all the controllers, it can understand the digital information form only. Even if it is analogs, we have to convert analog to digital conversion. Then only we can use. This is what the information I need. So I think we'll see, because this video is having both 10 minutes video. I think now it's not appropriate time. Only 2-3 minutes is there. We will see the motors. What is a motor, working principle, and etc. Then we'll move to the AC and DC motors. Okay. So any clarification up to this point? No, so we have seen 6 components. Okay, so we have seen it. We will see it in an elaborate manner. Okay, I think we can. Any, I think we will complete attendance. Only 2 more. Okay, Megroof is there. Megroof, answer attendance. Please unmute your mic. Megroof. Megroof.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Basant Kumar.
Present, sir.
Amala Besto. Amala Besto. Tamil Chelvan. Tamil Chelvan. Tamil Chelvan is not there. Jagannathan. Jagannathan. Kevin Raj. Kevin. Anyhow, I'll verify the Excel sheet also. Based on that, if you present during this hour, I'll give. Okay, no problem. Balachandar.
Present, sir.
Prem. Prem Kumar. Prem. Prem. Steve Thompson.
Present, sir.
Venu Aravind.
Present, sir.
Vignesh. Vignesh. Vijay. P. Vijay.
Present, sir.
Yashwant.
Present, sir.
Vikram Selva Ganesh. Abhishek Ramesh. Abhishek
sir.
Ramesh. Anas Mohammed.
Present, sir.
Tejas.
Present, sir.
Vijit Vijay.
Present, sir.
Gokul. Gokul.
Sir, same present, sir.
Prem present. Okay. Gokul.
Present, sir.
Dorivaldo.
Present, sir.
Alex.
Present, sir.
Gautam.
Present, sir.
Joy Joseph.
Sir.
Kevin Smith.
Present, sir.
Lokesh Babu.
Present, sir.
Pratap. Pratap. M. Pratap. K. M. Pratap. Pratyush.
Present, sir.
Vishal. Vishal. Mechanical.
Sir,
Vishal.
Pratap present, sir. Mic work avali.
K. M. Pratap present. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that's what I told. I will verify the Excel attendance also. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Any clarification? Shall we wind up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.